In 2017, violence is an unescapable part of human existence. If you look at violence on a global scale, in comparison to the rest of the world, here in America we live a very sheltered life. But there's no way to completely protect yourself from the effects of violence in the world today. We're exposed to it every day. We see the images, we read the text. It affects our thought life. It changes the way we communicate with people. It changes the way we view other people. But where does violence come from? Well, violence comes from greed, violence comes from hate, and violence comes from fear. We all have emotions, but violence comes from a lack of knowledge. When you just don't know how to deal with those emotions. We don't want to talk about these things. It's not comfortable. So I interviewed people with different worldviews because I wanted to start conversations. Conversations open doors and open windows.
Yeah, a lot of fights when I was young.
Jalen was in a fight like 2 months ago.
Yeah, and like I said, as an adult, I've been in a few fights just from drinking alcohol, you know.
He called me a couple months ago. He's like, I got him. An eye for an eye makes the whole blind. Like, I mean, like, really, like, revenge just hurts everyone, you know?
No, but without any alcohol, I can communicate with words to keep from fighting like any normal person should do, you know?
Like, when I used to, like, get in a lot of fights when I was younger, like, I would fight someone and then a couple of days later, like, I wouldn't even have a problem with that person. But, like, I feel like women, like, when I would see two girls fight, they would hate each other forever.
Yeah.
Like, they would never, like, be cool again. Like,
some of them are funny, little kids, those are funny. Other ones, they can get out of control for no reason.
Sometimes people get mad and don't know how to handle themselves.
the last fight I was in was when I was 14 years old.
Anybody wants to approach John and ready to fight? He's giant. He's got, look at how big he is. Look how big he is compared to me.
I'm a giant.
I got knocked the fuck out. That's
Broke
the last
some
thing I
ribs.
remember. I don't even remember seeing anybody swing.
And so I like regretted it immediately after I got into the last fight. Like,
Yeah,
something happened. I blacked out. Either way, you know,
beat him up pretty bad.
yeah. It ended up with me in jail, so I learned my lesson, though.
Violence is getting worse and worse every single day. People are getting shot. Little kids are getting shot.
Yes, there should be more violence. No, less violence. Less violence.
Does he just look super old?
No,
I
he
think
is
there's
only
too
like
much
15.
violence in the world.
That's pretty old. bro.
People don't think of each other
Corgis supposedly
you know,
raised.
as their neighbors.
Every week there's a new Rodney on YouTube because like it's something that our culture is so used to now. Like we're so used to seeing videos of people getting beat up on by cops, by other people, and it's something that we're just so used to. You know, I think we really should be like more of a refugee country. Like we should help out these countries for people that are trying to flee these like intense like environments and stuff. I mean, it's just crazy. Yeah, I mean it's just crazy that like we just bomb innocent countries, you know? Like people, like they'll be like, we know a terrorist is somewhere. Well, there's gonna be 1,000, you know, casualties. Well, oh well, like we're just gonna bomb them anyways. Like, I mean, it's just, I feel like our country really should do more. Like, we have the resources to do more. I don't know why we don't. If I'm walking down the street and I see someone getting beat up, I'm gonna walk over and try to stop that person from getting beat up.
I think that we, like as a country, we don't like pay attention to other ones as much. Except, like, I don't feel like we should get that much into their problems, but we should still help a little bit. Like, help them sort everything out, but not get really involved into it.
If I give you 10,000 M&Ms and only 10 or so are poisoned, would you still eat them?
But none. So it's if I give you 10,000 M&Ms and none of them have ever been poisoned, are you gonna eat all the M&Ms?
They're not denying just like, you know,
they're
sketchy
denying
looking people
everybody.
like you and me. They're denying everybody.
Yeah.
Doctors and, you know, professional people that work their whole lives to get out of a war zone. They're getting denied.
Like Jesus forgave the people that crucified him. He said, forgive them for they know not what they do. And I think for a lot of Christians, they don't really think about that a whole lot.
Because all I wanted to do was open a door or open a window